Welcome to the channel, everybody. I am OGL Schmidt. With me, as always, silently is Danny Lee OGT, my friend and confidant. We've got a crazy reaction coming in for you, and Danny's got some. Look at that! Thank you, Gary Goodman. Amazing book. So I've heard. Not backwards to me, but if it's backwards to you, Danny apologizes. He's everything with him is backwards. So, Danny, you got any words for the people? Danny is going to get himself some breakfast. He had a crazy night, and he wants y'all to watch the Sticks reaction and John Farnham's help so we can get it to 10K views. And Danny sometimes likes to mock me because my mic is not on, but now it is my turn to return the favor because that's what friends do. Friends kick each other when they're down. Yeah, I see that. I see that. And yeah, there was a gentleman who requested some more Waylon Jennings, and we are definitely going to deliver on that. There's another Waylon song we're going to be coming out, but Danny definitely wants to react to that with me. And said this is basically to fill the void, and it will fill it quite nicely. And Danny is going to go grab himself some breakfast and ride Judith, and also spend some time in his car. So the car is sweet. Always ready, sir. Always ready.
Hank, let's talk about your daddy. Tell me how your mama loved that man.
Well, just break out a bottle of hoss. I'll tell you about the drifting cowboy band.
We won't talk about the habits,
Just the music and the man.
that's all. Now, Hank, you just gotta tell me, did your daddy really write all them songs? Did he?
I don't deserve no answer, hoss. Let's light up and just move along.
Do you think he wrote them about your mama, or about the man who done her wrong?
So this song always to me just felt like, well, a conversation between the two coolest dudes in any joint out there. And they're talking about Hank Spotter, Hank Sr., who had probably one of the biggest impacts in music one could have in one of the shortest periods of time. Just I think maybe 3 or 4 years. And Hank Jr. and Waylon, very good friends. A lot of respect between those two. Love how Hank calls Waylon Haas. Always love Waylon's guitar, very striking design on that. And yeah, like I said, I just love the casual, laid back nature of it. All right, so I'm gonna back this up to the very beginning, and we're gonna start from scratch. And yeah, I just want to enjoy this. I like like I said, it feels like a cool, laid back song for two cool, laid back dudes.
Hank, let's talk about your daddy. Tell me how your mama loved that man.
Well, just break out a bottle of hoss. I'll tell you about the drifting cowboy band.
We won't talk about the habits,
Just the music and the man.
that's all. Now, Hank, you just gotta tell me, did your daddy really write all them songs? Did he?
I don't deserve no answer, Hall. Let's light up and just move along.
Do you think he wrote them about your mama, or about the man who done her wrong?
Yeah, back then they called him crazy. Nowadays they call him a saint. Now the ones that call him crazy still riding on his name.
Well, if he was here right now, Bocephus, would he think that we were right? Do you think he might?
Don't you know he would walk towards you? Be right here by our side.
Okay, I'm trying really hard not to pause too many times, but for those that don't know, of course, Hank Jr. is called Bocephus. I think that was the name of a doll that his daddy got him when he was very young. And Waylon's nickname was Waltulsha. I'm not quite sure of the origins of that. It had something to do with Waylon growing up in Texas. So again, this is the one of the things I like about this style of music is that it's very um, for lack of a better term, it's real. They're talking to each other like they would in a normal conversation. Like I even like in between like the sung parts, they'll just sort of speak something. It's like, hey brother, hey, what's up, Hoss? It's just very cool. It's very human. And but the people that called him crazy still riding on his name. Yeah, that hits hard. And Hank knows about more about that than just about anybody. I mean, the man was just recently inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame, and yeah, but yeah, if you ain't familiar with Hank's career, he definitely should have been inducted a long time ago. But Hank does things his way, and he doesn't kiss up to anybody. Uh, Back then they called him crazy. Nowadays they call him a saint. It's crazy how that works. All right, gonna keep this going.
If we left for a show in Provo,
Be the first one on the bus and ready to ride.
that's where we go. Wherever he is, I hope he's happy. No, I hope he's doing well. Yes, sir.
He is 'cause he's got warm around my mama now. He sure did love Miss Audrey and raising him.
I won't ask you no more questions.
To the stories only Hank can tell. Back then they called him crazy. Nowadays they call him a saint. Most folks don't know that they fired him from the Opry. And that caused his greatest pain. I love to tell you about lovesick. How Miss Audrey loved that man.
You know I've always loved to listen to the stories about that drifting cowboy band. And man,
All right, last pause, I promise. Hank, of course, talking about his father being fired from the Opry. Hank Sr. had problems with drug abuse. He had scoliosis, I think, that gave him really severe back pain, so he developed a painkiller addiction as well. Was thought to be unreliable, thus he was fired from the Opry. Uh, and of course, Hank has sort of battled the institution for most of his career. And again, I like the fact that they can sort of relay this story in such a like a conversational manner, as opposed to like this is. I mean, that sort of thing could be a topic for a metal song, just being sort of looked down upon and while people are writing on your name, but they're just conversing like friends. I like how Waylon's got a very light, gentle tone in his voice. He can put a lot of force behind it. He can go deep. He can go high. And here he's just got a very nice, warm sound. Hank's got a bit more body, a little bit more nasal, and both guys are great guitar players in their own right. Hank is a freak of nature. He can play anything. So again, like lots of talent there, but all the guitar lessons in the world and all the singing lessons in the world will not get you the kind of chemistry that these two gentlemen have. That is chemistry that is created by life, by living together, by touring together, by jamming together year after year after year. And it's a thing of beauty to see and a thing of beauty to watch. Uh, Music videos are a mixed bag, but I love this one just to see these two hanging out together. And I think the lady might be Waylon's wife. The waitress might be Jessie Coulter. Not sure on that. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, please. We're going to go back a little bit and finish this one off.
If we left for a show in Provo,
Be the first one on the bus and ready to ride.
that's one to go. Wherever he is, I hope he's happy. No, I hope he's doing well. Yes, sir.
He is 'cause he's got a arm around my mama now. He sure did love Miss Audrey and raising hell.
I won't ask you no more questions.
The stories only Hank can tell. Back then they called him crazy. Nowadays they call him sane. Most folks don't know that they fired him from the Opry. And that caused his greatest pain. I love to tell you about the lovesick. How Miss Audrey loved that man.
You know I've always loved to listen to the stories about that drifting cowboy band. And man,
You know when we get right down to it, still the most wanted outlaw in the land. Yeah.
Yeah, just a beautiful song. I love that they're keeping the spirit of Hank Senior alive. Just a very brief career, but immeasurable influence and impact. I love how these two are just sort of, for lack of a better term, fanboys for each other. This Waylon just talks with such reverence, where he's talking about stories only Hank can tell, and just talking about Hank's dad and being like, "Hey, it's all good." Just I love to see that. And when Waylon had passed away, Hank came up on stage and said that Waylon Jennings was the man. And I've said this before: if Hank says you're the man, then you are the man. So it's I'm sorry that Waylon's no longer with us. Rock in paradise, my friend. And but Hank is still going, still doing shows, still going strong. I think he recently found someone. So he's suffered some tragedy, but Hank is probably the most resilient individual I've ever seen. Like even if you're not a fan of his music, which I've become a fan. I'm always been a metal guy. Like I like all kinds of music, but metal's my bread and butter. But I'm loving this country that Danny's playing me. But his Hank story is one of the most amazing I've ever heard. Period. So if you're not aware of it, please check it out. And yeah, just take a dive into some of his back catalog. It's truly amazing stuff. So thank you all for listening to me babble. Hope you got pretty sure you got a lot more out of Hank and Waylon's conversation. I absolutely love this. Danny and I will be back soon with another Waylon reaction. Obviously more Hank as well. Shout out to Gary Goodman. Thank you so much for everything you bring to the channel. And thank you guys so much for watching. Mental health is real. Be a part of the start. Music is your best support group, and Hank and Waylon are pretty amazing therapists. So Take care of yourselves. So you can take care of each other. Love you guys. Look at this guy popping in, stealing my thunder. What do you think you're doing, man? Thought you were going out to eat breakfast. Yeah, I got 2 of those. All right, you guys have a good one.